We will be considering the microscopic features of the eye in 5 short video segments. This is the first introductory part. I am grateful to Dr. Michael Horsch of University of Michigan Medical School for providing the images of histology sections. This is a section of the eyeball showing its various parts. Eyeball is made up of 3 layers or coats from outside inward. Outer fibrous coat is made up of white opaque part called as sclera, forming the posterior 5/6 of the layer, and a transparent cornea making up the anterior 1/6. Middle vascular coat or the uveal tract contains choroid, a vascular and pigmented layer, ciliary body, which alters the thickness of the lens, and iris, a pigmented diaphragm with the central aperture pupil. The inner third coat is the retina, which continues with epithelium of the ciliary body and iris. 3 coats of the eye are clearly seen here after magnifying the area which is marked in the inset: the outer sclera, middle choroid, and inner retina. In the eyeball, we can see 3 chambers. Anterior chamber lies between cornea and iris. Posterior chamber lies between iris and the lens. Both anterior and posterior chambers contain aqueous humor. Vitreous chamber lies between lens and the retina. This contains vitreous body, which includes water, hyaluronic acid, glycoproteins and collagen fibrils, along with few other soluble and insoluble proteins. Fluid component of this vitreous body is the vitreous humor. Lens separates the eye into 2 segments. Anterior segment includes cornea, anterior and posterior chambers along with their contents. Posterior segment posterior to the lens includes vitreous chamber, retina, uvea, and sclera. Before reaching the retina, the light has to pass through a set of structures in the eye that make up the transparent refractile media of the eye. These structures, which form the refractile media of the eye from before backwards, are cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and the vitreous body. So quickly recalling what we have seen so far, eye is made up of 3 coats, namely outer fibrous coat, including cornea and sclera, middle vascular coat, including choroid, ciliary body, and iris, and an inner retina. Anterior and posterior segments of the eye are separated by lens. There are 3 chambers in the eye: the anterior and posterior chambers with aqueous humor and vitreous chamber with vitreous body. Cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and vitreous body, they form the refractile media of the eye. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. You can now move on to part 2 of the series on eyeball.